Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Dummies on the Hardwood.
This is take number 3, guys, by the way. Just enjoy the laugh with us. Keep going.
I got Isaac, I got Benny, and this is our third take. You guys may have noticed since last week, we have a new mascot, and his name, bang, shout out to Flad, his name is Uno. Uno Booker. I like that. Uno Booker. And also, too, shout out to Big Ray for the comment, man. Because we got a big old Suns hater right here. So we name him Uno Booker just for Isaac. All right?
Benny, you actually turned on your mic.
Let's get this party started, bro. 3 dummies giving our unfiltered thoughts and opinions on topics and storylines surrounding the NBA. Today's episode, we will discuss how my Lakers week went, how Benny's Celtics week went, and how Isaac's Mavericks went. We'll also, too, discuss Giannis calling out the Milwaukee Bucks. And it may be time to hit that reset button, but we'll get our opinions, and then we'll have reactions from other games throughout the week, and we'll go from there. Guys, shall we start off with the defending champions? How did the defending champs do this week?
First of all, Bucks versus Celtics took care of Milwaukee.
They clapped them.
They single-handedly clapped them.
Yeah.
119-108. Some takeaways from the game. Jaylen Brown had 30 points that game. Tatum struggled. He only had 15. But the main guy we got to talk about is Payton Pritchard. Remember, Isaac? You remember that, right? Take me back. Take me back. No, take me back. Game 5. Was it Game 5 of the finals last year, Isaac? What happened? He single-handedly hit 2 buzzer beaters in that series against the Mavs. That's every Mavs' worst nightmare. It was Game 5 and 4. Yeah, I said that. I said Game 5. I didn't say 4. No, I said the series. I said the series, Isaac. Anyway, Pritchard, 28 points off the bench on 8 threes. He damn near almost hit the record. Hit a three-pointer. This was the turning point. 4 seconds left in the third quarter. Hits a three-pointer. Same old Payton Pritchard fashion, man. The Celtics are looking good. I mean, they did lose to Indiana, which, it was, Indy got bailed out.
Too. They blew that huge lead against Boston.
Let's hold off the Pacers talk. I got to talk about that later on, but
yeah.
Going on.
No, yeah, absolutely. And so, like I said, Tatum struggled that game. Lillard led the Bucks. He had a really good game. He had 33 points that game. Giannis had 30. But the theme with the Milwaukee Bucks is they continue to struggle. So the whole thing was like they go into Boston, falling a 13-point loss to the Brooklyn Nets. And right now, as we speak, the Detroit Pistons have 2 wins versus the Milwaukee Bucks have 1 win.
Vroom.
Ooh.
Isn't that a cause for concern?
That's
a
major
definite cause for concern. Look, the Celtics look good, so we already know who's big brother and little brother, right? It's Boston, always going to be the big brother, and then we got Milwaukee being the little brother. But at this point, looking at the way the Bucks played, they look lethargic. Bobby Portis was struggling that game. He didn't have a really great game. Brook Lopez was struggling.
I want to save that. I want to save that till we get to the Giannis statement because that's what I want to.
We'll add on to that.
That's what I want to talk about.
The overall takeaway from the game is Payton Pritchard really showed out for that game, and he really bolstered. I think we basically single-handedly shut up any critics who talked about the Celtics bench. Yeah, I remember you. I remember you. No, I remember what you were saying. Celtics don't got no bench. Pritchard put up 28 points that game. This is going to sound crazy, but this 6th man of the year talk right here. 6th man of the year talk. But in all seriousness, though, the Celtics look really good. They look like a well-oiled machine. Bro, what you count for, dog?
I think there's 14 players on the team, not just like 1 player on the bench. Correct me if I'm wrong, Bobby. I'm just saying.
Sam Hauser showed up.
15-man deep.
Dummiez Queta showing up. He's stepping up big. Obviously, Al Horford's already getting to his twilight years.
I'm still not worried. I'm still not worried about that Boston bench.
All right, that's fine.
Boston bench is.
That's fine.
Payton Pritchard scored 28. Is he going to do that on a consistent basis?
That's the thing you got to work on is a little bit of consistency. It's consistency.
What I thought.
But look,
how does that shut up your critics then if he's not going to be consistent?
It shuts him up. But anyway,
he just wanted to shut up. That's why.
But in all seriousness, though, the Celtics are looking good. They did play the Hornets this past weekend, and they did beat the Hornets. Obviously, they lost to Indies, so they're only a blemish. But overall, I think we can agree the Celtics look good. So the Celtics They hit 13 threes against the Hornets, right? And they hit 16 against the Hornets on Saturday. The 3-point shooting was pretty good. I did the math. It was almost like 50% from the two games. But overall, I think it's something to say that the Bucks need help. Wouldn't y'all say the Bucks need some help?
The Bucks need a lot of help, and I want to save that till we get to the Giannis statement. But I want to just say that the Celtics have been looking good too. But what I am concerned though is Jaylen Brown just got hurt.
Hip flexor strain.
He's got a hip flexor strain. You still have a pretty loaded Boston team, but who's going to step up in JB's absence?
Look at what Peyton Pritchard did. Look at Sam Hauser.
Jaylen Brown plays two ways to the ball.
Oh my God.
Peyton Pritchard is too small. I'm just going to put that out there. Just saying.
He didn't look too small against the Mavericks, Isaac. He didn't look too small at the Mavericks. Come on, Isaac. Come on, Isaac.
That still doesn't solve their bench problem. Right? JB's hurt.
But look,
who's going to step up?
Obviously, the load has to go on Tatum now. Tatum definitely has to step up.
Answer the damn question. Don't put it on Jason Tatum. Answer the damn question.
I'm answering the question. Am I answering the question?
You're answering the question.
That's what I'm saying. Tatum got to step up, but he's doing what he got to do. Derek White, Drew Holiday, it's a team effort. The whole team is going to step up. I'm not really worried. Is it cause for concern right now? Not right now. It's early in the season, but once we get towards the latter part of the season, it could be a cause of concern. This injury turns out to be worse, God forbid.
I think the second player that's got to step up is Drew Holiday. Because Drew Holiday, to me, let's be real. Can Derek White create his own shot? Let's be real for a minute.
No.
Can he create his own shot?
Nope.
Can Drew Holiday create his own shot?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he can create his own
Absolutely.
shot. The second option right now has got to be Drew Holiday. He's the second. He's the closest to Jaylen Brown, okay? He plays two ends of the floor. He's getting up there in age. That don't matter. He doesn't play like he's 35. He needs to be the one that steps up. And then you got to have Derek White. And then you got to have Peyton Pritchard. It's going to be a collective team effort because right now, if we're being real, Boston's only got two scoring options. That is Jason Tatum and Drew Holiday. Derek White needs to get open to get his own shot. He needs to make a play happen to get his own shot.
That's why you also have people who can set up the table for you and create shots.
Yeah,
that's what Drew Holiday will do.
Yeah, but I'm talking about somebody who can create their own shots off the dribble.
Yeah, I get that, but like
Derek White is not going to go one-on-one against any player.
I agree. No, I'm serious. I'm saying that right now because players understand their role for this team. And I think why this team was so good last year and they won the chip was because they knew how to stay in their own lane. Right? JT, JB, whatever you want to say, who's the alpha, doesn't matter. JB clearly proved it. JT got a little different, got a little more finesse to his game. But each player knew what their role was. And I think that's what made the Celtics so good. Al Horford was the veteran providing that experience. Drew Holiday brought experience coming in from Milwaukee. I think I'm not really concerned about this team right now. I think we're good right now. We got the Hawks tomorrow. Shouldn't be the cause for concern. Obviously, later on down the line, once KP gets back, I think this team's going to be rocking and rolling.
Yeah, it's not a concern right now because it's too early in the season, and I still think there is no team out east that can compete with Boston. Let's just be real. Isaac, were you going to say anything?
My concern is the Celtics are kind of like letting bad teams stay in games. They should be demolishing teams.
Come on, bro. This is the league.
You guys almost lost to the Pistons, and you guys had to come back 28 down from the Pacers.
Okay,
I'm just saying that's not always the shots aren't always gonna fall. The 3-pointers aren't always gonna fall.
Dude, I agree with you, bro.
I'm just telling you, don't fall into that bad habit.
When you live and die by the 3 ball,
I'm not really worried. I think the Celtics are gonna be just fine. Hey, remember, these are professional hoopers. Just keep that in mind. I mean, if we did lose to the Pistons, I'll probably been a little bit pissed, but it's the NBA, man. Everybody's a hooper out there.
That's facts. Who else is a hooper? The Los Angeles Lakers. Team Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, and Anthony Davis. The Lakers, though, my overall impression this week, the Lakers played against the Phoenix Suns on last Monday, and they lost the game by 4 points, and they missed 5 free throws, so do the math. But what I'm impressed about that game was the Lakers shot 14 of 32 from deep. 14 of 32 from deep and shot 43% from deep, which is, as a Laker fan, I'm like, wow, we're finally starting to make threes because for the longest time, we have not cracked more than double digits in threes. So I'm happy to see that. The Lakers played the Cavs. last Wednesday, and they struggled from deep. They got they got demolished.
But give credit to the Cavs. They're a hot team right now.
The Lakers were 6 of 28 from 3-point land, and they got killed on points off turnovers, 31-12. You're not going to win games giving up 31 points off turnovers in the league, especially to a Cavaliers team that's young and hungry. But the bright spot about that game was Dalton Knecht, because he put up 18 points that game. And on the season, he's putting up 7 points, a rebound and a half, and 1 assist per. Lakers played Friday against the Raptors, and they played great for the first half, but the second half, they took their foot off the gas. And they almost blew a lead, but they were lucky they were able to pull away.
I want to comment on that. I don't think they blew the lead. It's just the offensive consistency wasn't there.
And that's
a good point.
And that's what I'm saying. It's the consistency within.
That is the only thing that will hold you guys back, along with the lack of a true big man next to Anthony Davis. It's the offensive. Okay, let's just rip off the Band-Aid. Max Christie is the worst free agency re-signing of the offseason.
Yes. Yep. I take back what I said.
We finally got Bobby to agree.
$32 million of dead space. $32 million. And no offense, but why is Cam Reddish out there playing and shooting like he's a superstar?
Cam Reddish hasn't been played.
Who was it? I'm tripping then.
You are tripping, because Cam Reddish, I have not seen Cam Reddish play.
I'm pretty sure I've seen him play.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure. When did you see him play? I did not see him play.
I'm going to check right now.
I'm going to check right now. I swore I saw him.
Anyway, beside the whole point, the Lakers do look good. But remember what I was telling you earlier, this is the NBA. These are all professional hoopers. Against the Raptors, you can't take your foot off the gas. You still got to ball out.
He played in 1 minute of garbage time in the Cavs game.
I think that's what it was. That's what I was talking
about. He got 1 rebound.
And that's the thing, Isaac, you brought up a good point, but the Lakers need to play consistently on both ends of the court, especially offensively.
Here's the thing, too. You guys were not out-rebounded either. You guys out-rebounded those 7-footers, Jared Allen and Evan Mobley, but you guys still lost. That's the thing. Anthony Davis can only do so much. He's an early MVP candidate, but he can only do so much.
He's definitely, and this is what I was saying earlier, and I keep reiterating it, but this is what I was saying. If the Lakers continue to get this form of AD and they had a true big, then I'd be careful of the Lakers. They're not going to be no slouch. They are no slouch right now. They look good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yep. So that's what I'm saying. If they could just really get another big, AD continues to play, because whatever JJ Ray did, he unlocked his game, making him the focal point on the offense and giving LeBron the back seat, which I've been saying what the Lakers need to do with LeBron is give him the back seat and let AD do the work. This is what's going to happen.
Really quick, there was a reported trade offer of you guys trading 2 first-round picks. And who else was it?
I think it was D'Lo for Walker Kessler, and it was rejected by the Jazz. What do you think about that trade? Giving up two of your only picks for Walker Kessler. I really like Walker Kessler. I think if the Lakers had packaged maybe D'Lo and Hood Schifino and maybe a first-round pick, I would go for it. Ooh. Jalen Hood Schifino.
Hood Delfino. That's who I call him. Jalen Hood Delfino, because he don't show up. Where's he been?
Like Max Christie.
Yeah, bro.
And the Lakers, they declined his option this year.
Hood Delfino?
Yeah, they rejected his option.
4 years, $32 million for Hood Schifino next year.
I was actually reading a BR article, and one of the teams that's interested in Hood Schifino, guess who? The Utah Jazz. So if the Lakers are able to somehow convince Danny Ainge, you can take D'Lo and you can get Hood Schifino, and we'll give you a pick for Walker Kessler.
But hold on. But here's the issue that I posted, that the Lakers have no draft capital.
And that's the thing.
So you're really going to sit here and tell me you'll give up Jalen Hood Delfino,
D'Lo, Hood Schifino.
No Fino.
No, whatever. You give him, D'Lo, and 2 first-round picks for Walker Kessler? You really think Walker Kessler's worth 2 first-round picks?
You cannot.
I think he's maybe worth 1.
No, you can't.
No.
You can't mortgage your future.
No, don't be like the Phoenix Suns. The Phoenix Suns have nothing. I'm talking about the Clippers.
Phoenix Suns don't have much either.
Yeah, both teams don't have nothing. All I'm saying is, just be wary of that, because Walker Kessler's great, but again, he's an old school big. He blocks shots.
But the reason why the Lakers want Walker Kessler is because he provided what JaVale McGee and Dwight Howard gave them on their championship years. That defensive-minded center.
Here's an idea. Go out and sign them.
Yeah, that's simple.
Save your first-round picks.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of bigs out there that you got that the Lakers can go out and get. You know what I mean? Like, even if you just traded Andre Drummond or something, whatever.
Let's just be honest. If you guys if you guys competed this year, you guys would have to make a move. But I don't think you guys should make a move. You guys should just aim for the playoffs, maybe be like a second round exit.
And that's part. I don't know about second round exit, but I agree.
No, they are a second round exit.
Second round exit.
Yeah, Lakers are a second round exit. I told you this last night. They're a second round exit.
Yeah,
I just don't see them coming out. I don't.
Yeah, I agree with what you said, Isaac, about the Lakers. But
I'm not trying to bash them. I'm just trying to like make sure you don't leverage your future on the nice fancy sports car that within a year is going to give you
also
problems.
too, like, again, look, LeBron's in his twilight years. AD is not getting any younger. Those are really the main two cogs. You can say Austin Reeves and connect are the future. I would say, and I agree with that. But I'm just saying too, is it really worth it to give up picks for someone, who, it's, if he's gonna be a part of your future, fine. But I would personally just stand pat and work with what I've got, because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Right now, it's clearly working, so keep running it.
And let's be honest, let's give JJ a full year with a roster to see what his strengths are and his weaknesses are.
I would agree with that.
And free agency. That way he can have the players more accustomed to the system he wants to run.
That's a valid point.
I would agree with that.
My overall impression for the Lakers is AD has looked like an MVP candidate.
Of course.
Oh, absolutely.
31, 12, 2 steals and 2 blocks per. And Rui Hachimura is shooting 52.6% from deep.
53%.
53% from deep, basically.
Yeah.
And LeBron, he's aging like fine wine. He's putting up 22, 6, and 7, shooting 44% from 3. His career is 34%. His career high last season was 41%. What his previous career high was? Take a guess.
40.
39.
Benny, you're right. It was 40%. And can you guess who it was with? The Miami Heat.
I knew it.
2012, 2013. In 2012, 2013, LeBron James shot 40.6%.
Really
Lakers look like legit contenders.
Really quick. Okay, calm down with that. That Dwayne Wade statue, God.
We'll save that for later.
Isaac, how have the Mavs been doing this week?
Yeah, bro. Speak out those Mavs, bro. Speak on Najee Marshall and Klay Thompson.
Is that your way of sliding us or what?
A little bit, but
Did you not see he stripped Anthony Edwards?
Okay. And
doesn't that mean he has to score points and all that? He moves the ball, plays defense.
Okay.
I'm not worried. We lost to the Rockets. Cool. We beat the Timberwolves back to back. That's a bigger win.
But honestly, too, the Rockets, you can't slouch on them, though. You can't really slouch on them.
They lost to the Hornets when they were up 20. I could fall asleep on Jalen Green and Alfred Şengün.
You could fall asleep on Alpert and Şengün?
I wouldn't, bro.
I don't know about that, Isaac. I don't know
That's
about
probably
that.
Luka's not even having a good shooting. He hasn't started shooting good this year. When he unlocks it, and we unlock
proceed with your
offensive potential, he'll be fine. I'm not worried at all. Luka's playing defense, despite what everyone's saying. He's actually trying more, although he is complaining still. Klay doesn't look washed now, does he?
He looked good. He looks good.
Like I said last week, he looks rejuvenated.
He looks rejuvenated. I agree. I would agree.
He looks rejuvenated.
We'll be fine. Maybe we'll make a move or two, but I think we'll be fine.
Who did the Mavericks play this week?
Yeah.
We're as we speak, we're beating down the Magic right now.
But I know they lost to the Rockets.
Lost to the Rockets. That's it.
And they lost
the Jazz. We beat the Timberwolves.
Well, you gotta take care of the Jazz.
Beat the Jazz.
Beating the Timberwolves, that was a really good statement. I'm gonna give credit.
The Timberwolves, I'm not really, man, whatever.
108-85. We smacked the Orlando Magic.
Look, I wouldn't sleep on those Wolves, though.
Oh, time out right there. That is what I need to address.
Oh, Isaac got his facts right now, bro.
Ignore the top portion. Last year, guess what their defensive rating and offensive rating was? With Cat. Just guess.
I want to say 110.
You got one of them, right? What defense? What was it?
Defense was probably like 105, 104.
No, just 1 through 10. What do you think?
With defense with Cat?
Yeah.
Probably like number 7.
They're a top 5.
You're disrespectful, man.
They're top 5.
What's your guess?
Defense?
Yeah.
3.
They were 1.
Oh, they were one. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Offensively last year, what were they? What number were they?
They were like, I think, top 2 or 3.
Hell no, you're way off.
Where were they?
You take a guess.
6.
Oh my God, you guys are way too generous. They were 17th.
Oh, really? I see. I
Wow.
didn't even know that.
Okay, now looking at the team stats, what are they ranked offensively this year? Try and take a guess.
26th.
God damn, don't be so cruel to them.
I want to say, are you talking about offense or defense? Offensive efficiency, I think that they've got to be in the middle of the pack. I would say they're 15th.
Damn, you were close. 12th.
Damn. Okay. Defensively, I gotta say, fuck, they're probably like
Bottom
20,
third.
They're probably like
Bottom third.
25th, 26th.
Okay, that's too harsh, man.
Let's
They're
say 20.
18.
See.
All right, so
But
they're a mediocre team.
They dropped to 19 spots.
But dude, they're a mediocre team right now.
And that's
it.
And that's the thing. Go ahead.
Here's
Isaac.
the thing I noticed with the Timberwolves. A lot of turnovers. Every single player on that team is averaging 1 or more turnovers on the Timberwolves. Right now, Anthony Edwards he's actually averaging 4 turnovers. Randall's averaging 3, and Reed's averaging about 2. That's about half already. Half.
Okay, so based on what you're saying, would it be safe to assume that between the Knicks and the Wolves, no one really won that trade?
No one really won.
Nope.
No one really won because
Really
Cat
won.
has a sprained wrist. That doesn't bode well. DiVincenzo looks off. And based on what you're saying, the Wolves are just giving out the ball like it's candy.
And go ahead.
My issue with that is they're trying to implement too much with Julius Randle, which is not the bread and butter. And sorry,
Go ahead.
Anthony Edwards. Why is he taking threes? Why is he taking so many threes?
Because the paint is clogged. The paint is clogged. You have Rudy Gobert and Julius Randle. Let's be real. They don't shoot threes.
One more thing. Guess how many? Guess what rank they are in rebounds in the NBA. What do you think the ranking would be in rebounds?
17th.
Too generous.
10th.
Way too generous. They're 28th in
Jesus
rebounds.
Christ.
Oh,
28.
Yeah.
shit.
Opening night, the
Rudy
Lakers
Gobert. Rudy Gobert.
The Lakers out rebounded them that
They're
opening night.
28th, and he's got a 3-year,
I can see that.
$110 million max contract extension.
It's because I'm telling you that paint is clogged. And, you know, look, let's call it for what it is. That trade that happened just in short notice, it threw off both teams. It threw off all the players involved.
I
And
agree.
And you could see it right now with Julius Randle. He's still finding his footing. Dante DiVincenzo, he's still finding his footing. Cat, he played some pretty good games earlier this week.
Yeah, he put a 40 against
He
the
put a
Heat.
40 up against the Heat, but he's still adjusting.
But-
so for me, do the Wolves look like a legit threat to me right now? No, they don't. Just being real, they don't. If they have a year underneath their belt, maybe.
Right now, I was comparing them to other teams. Golden State has the 3rd best offense. Guess what defense they are?
Golden State?
Yes, you're going to be surprised. I was utterly shocked.
They're in the top 5, right?
Yep.
I would say
Four.
I say that.
Second. They're second.
Who's number 1?
Boston, obviously.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Boston.
no. Wait. Yeah, Boston.
Yeah,
Okay, and then there's also Memphis, 6th rated offensively, but 19th defensively. LA Lakers, they're 7th offensively, but you guys are 25th defensively.
Their defense is it's subpar.
it's mediocre. Yeah.
And then OKC, not even having everyone healthy, has the 13th best offense, 1st overall defense.
That's not
Dallas,
surprising.
we have 7th best defense, 16th rated offense, but I'm not worried. But you can't win. Look, all that offense. Are the Wolves going to be able to? They can't counteract it
They're
with
not.
their defense
They're
like
not.
last year. They can't.
Yeah, they're not. That's why the Wolves just don't look legit to me.
Honestly, yeah,
They don't.
I would have to take back my statement now on the Wolves. I really had my eyes set on the Wolves. I thought they were going to be good, and I gave the Mavs so much slander. I still do, but I will acknowledge that the Mavs are looking better than the Wolves. I will say that. I will say that.
Here's something that isn't talked about. Between Julius Randle and Karl Anthony Towns is the more skilled player.
Yeah,
Let's
I
be
would
agree.
agree. Yeah,
Yep,
absolutely.
And he's an easier fit. He doesn't really need the ball. He can more of the
We're
run
talking
around.
about Cat, right?
Cat.
Yeah,
Well,
Cat.
Julius Randle, you get the ball. What is he going to do? You know, his usual step through,
go to his left.
He's gonna run through
throw up the ball, try to get a foul.
Yeah.
hacking up threes when you don't need to be hacking up threes. It's
And
like
his defensive defensive lapses are really hurting the Wolves. And then just the offense. Who's after Anthony Edwards?
That's what I'm saying. Who's after Anthony Edwards?
Nas-
You could say Julius. You can make a case for Julius Randle and Nas Reed.
you
could, but
Consistently, would you trust Nas Reed or Randle more?
I trust Randle more consistently.
I trust Julius Randle.
Reed.
I don't know about I would trust Reed. If you still had a household name like Julius Randle, you give him time to fit, I think he would really thrive.
And that's what I'm saying. It's going to take some time to adjust in this new offense. The trade was so sudden. And my thing with the Wolves, I know we're getting sidetracked, but the Wolves, why'd you guys have to blow that up? You guys had something good going.
It's because of the second apron, as like we said, like they were all getting paid max. They should have traded Gobert. Like they were pretty much going to become the Denver Nuggets. Look at the Denver Nuggets. They've become a poor version of themselves.
Yeah.
And even really quick, Michael Porter Jr. said, this could be our last year together. So see what the second apron's done to teams who want to spend money.
The writing's on the wall. Yeah. Yep.
One more thing. Why isn't Rob Dillingham playing? Why? Mike Conley is there pushing 40. Just throw Rob Dillingham out there.
Yeah,
develop.
Let him get his reps. Yeah, let him get his reps.
At least he hasn't played a single game, and they traded a first round pick, 2 first round picks for Rob Dillingham. Spurs are looking like thieves right now.
Yeah, they are.
They're trying to save money, but you're not going to develop them. Check out Golden State with Jonathan Kuminga. How's that working out?
Jonathan Kuminga isn't even going to get paid. The Warriors aren't going to pay him.
And that's a crime. That's a crime.
Somebody's going to overpay.
But we'll talk about that later on. And we'll talk about that later on. I have something later on for that.
But what else I want to talk about, though, is the Milwaukee Bucks, like we alluded to earlier. 1-5, including a 23-point loss to the Memphis Grizzlies and a 1-point loss to the Cavs. Giannis' statement after the loss to the Nets, quote, "Right now, we don't have an identity. How are we going to win the game? Are we going to defend 48 minutes? Are we going to move the ball for 48 minutes? Are we going to attack? We've got to find an identity, and we don't have that right now." Do you guys agree with that?
Never had an identity, even when they had Adrian Beckham last year. They never, ever found that identity. Never.
So when we talk about identity, what are we talking about with the Bucks?
Yeah,
exactly. What are we talking about? Giannis is clearly the enforcer of the team. Let's keep it real, right? Now, the whole thing was like bringing Lillard would help them in the East against like the Celtics, the Sixers, the Knicks, the top teams of the East. That's what the whole premise was. It's just not working out. And we've seen that, happen. Like just this past offseason, Damian Lillard and Giannis asked Giannis, "Hey, did you and Dame get some reps in?" No. It's like, how are you supposed to build chemistry off that? How? I think personally, like, you should, and again, it's what the Lakers did when they won their chip. They broke up. They got rid of McGee. They got rid of KCP after they won the chip. That part I will never understand. It's the same thing with the Bucks. Why'd you get rid of Holiday? Why'd you get rid of Allen? Why? Those two guys were single-handedly good defenders. They shot the 3 ball consistently, and they were good floor spacers. Someone tell me what happened. I don't understand. Look, if you're asking me, I think it's time for Milwaukee to break this shit up. It's not working. It's not working out. Doc Rivers has got to go. And personally, I wouldn't be surprised if either him, Lillard, or Giannis are going to be gone or fired by the end of this year.
What's it about? Whose fault is it for trading for Damian Lillard? Whose fault is it? Who do you guys think?
Damian Lillard.
I think it's the Bucks staff. It's not Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard wanted out.
You know whose fault it is? Giannis.
You think it's Giannis' fault?
He called him out and said, I don't know if I can win a championship here. Maybe it's in Chicago. Maybe it's somewhere else. And what did they do? They traded for Damian Lillard. Who started that whole avalanche?
You could say that, but it's also too on the Bucks staff for listening.
Do they make that trade if Giannis doesn't make that statement to the media? Be honest.
No.
So whose at fault for this?
I'm going to say it's a combination of everybody. It's a little bit of egos kicking in. And I understand Giannis and Lillard are competitors. I agree. But at the same time, it just shows that in this league, it's a talent-driven league. If you don't have talent, you're not going to win. But also, you have to have it all. The Bucks don't have it all. They're missing supposedly They're missing Middleton.
He's not healthy. He's not.
He's gone. He's done.
He's done.
He's washed. He's washed. So I'm just curious. These next 3 games, they've got the Cavs, the Jazz, and the Knicks. These next 3 games are going to ultimately determine the future of the Bucks.
They're gonna go 1-3.
If I'm the Bucks right now, if we're gonna be like, okay, we got to build an identity, we're gonna have to defend. We're gonna have to defend.
Defend besides Giannis.
We got Giannis. You could make a case for Gary Trent Jr.
Giannis and Brook
but-
Lopez.
Brook Lopez.
Brook Lopez.
But the bottom line is if the Milwaukee Bucks are going to have to build that identity through defense. Get out in transition because you lost 2 players, Drew Holiday and Grayson Allen. What were those 2 players good at? Defense and 3-point shooting. So if I'm the Milwaukee Bucks right now, I'm Doc Rivers. I'm telling them we're going to build an identity around defense and we're going to get out and run and we're going to get open threes for Damian Lillard.
They're old. They're old.
But also,
You're gonna have to.
But also, too, they added Taurean Prince and Gary Trent Jr. Now, Taurean Prince does look pretty good right now. I will say that.
Prince was a favorite.
Hot that the Lakers let him go.
But the Lakers let him go. I don't understand that. He's a good 3-point shooter. He's a good 3-and-D wing. You know what? Here we go. This is my proposal, right? Hear me out. Okay? So, remember I was saying we're talking about the Warriors earlier in Kuminga? This is the trade. Bucks send Giannis to Milwaukee for Kuminga, Moody, and picks.
Bucks and Giannis to hold.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Yeah, Bucks send Giannis to Golden State for Kuminga, Moody, and picks. Because if you really think about it from this perspective, Milwaukee gets to kickstart the rebuild, right? Lillard's going to be playing with Kuminga. Second option out there in Milwaukee now becomes Kuminga. Then Middleton's going to be traded. Like I said, one of the 3 is going to be either traded or fired. And I think Giannis is next. So
Yep.
I think, and obviously the Warriors signed Moody to that contract, right? How much was that contract again?
39.
So that's a tradable contract. You can trade that contract.
Can't trade Max
Yep.
Christie though.
Yeah, I don't know who wants to take a chance on Max Christie. But look, I think in your Milwaukee, you start the rebuild process.
Yep, you got to start the rebuild.
You have to start it. You have to get rid of Giannis. This team isn't working. They're not meshing together.
How do you have a training camp and don't have chemistry? Dame, Giannis, pick and roll, but yet they can't do that.
It just doesn't look good in Milwaukee. Like I said, these next 3 games are going to ultimately determine it. If they don't win them, I think they're screwed.
Anything else, Bobby, before we move on?
No, I just think that the Bucks may need to. It's time to hit a reset button and got to right the ship because Giannis doesn't sound too happy right now, and he may be the next one to go.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's going to go. He is going to go. That's what I personally think.
Who else is going? What's going on out east? Is Paolo Banchero.
I'm pissed, man. In fantasy, I lost.
This is
him.
my fantasy too.
Yeah,
Definitely they're gonna slide to 6th, 7th spot. There's no way they can.
Without Banchero, yeah.
I don't think Franz can step up.
Go ahead.
I don't think Franz can step up like he's here and there.
Ask me a question. Why was Jalen Suggs taking the last shot against the Chicago Bulls?
Bro, they lost to the Bulls.
Why was Jalen Suggs taking the last shot?
See, and this is embarrassing for Franz Wagner because I just want to make this point. Franz Wagner, you signed him to a 5-year, $200 million contract, right? 200 plus.
Yes.
Okay. Tell me why you're averaging 17 points. Tell me why you're averaging 17 points. You're shooting 37% from 3 and 49% from the field, but yet you're putting up 7 points against the Chicago Bulls. Chicago, and you're only putting 17 against Cleveland. That's not $225 million worth of money that I'm going to give a player out there who's going to put up that much points per game. Meanwhile, his counterpartner, Jalen Suggs, who also got overpaid, in my opinion, he's been balling out and he's stepping up 28 and 17 the last couple of games. He's averaging 18 or 46% from the field, 38% from
shocked.
three.
I did not know Jalen Suggs had that.
He had it in him, but the main thing is I don't think it's going to be the defense that hurts the Magic. It's going to be the offense. There's no point guard. Paolo was a point forward who could score and distribute the ball. There's no true point guard on that team. Unfortunately.
I mean, look, like at the end of the day, this is what I'm going to say, man. I think if you ask me who's going to be the main cog, who's going to step up in Paolo's absence, is Jalen Suggs. Because at this point, he's looking more reliable than Franz Wagner. Because keep in mind, Franz Wagner is a guy who only shot 24% from three or 24 or 20% from three last year. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. So it's a little shaky. But I mean, I do agree the Magic are going to take a fat hit. They're going to slip down. I see them 6.
Maybe, no, not playing. Maybe 5-6.
I don't know. 5-6 is a little generous. I say 6-7. Personally, me. Like, the Cavs look really good.
Definitely. Speaking of that,
Yeah.
Wait, do we have anything to talk about? I want to talk about the Cavs.
Paulo Banchero out 4 to 6 weeks with a torn oblique. Isaac, what do you have to say?
Patterson team going down.
Same here, bro. You're telling me.
The Cleveland Cavaliers are the second best team in the East. They are better
I
than
would
the
agree
Knicks.
with you.
They are better than the Bucks. They are better than the Sixers.
I would agree.
Say that one more time.
They are the second best team in the East.
Who?
The Cleveland Cavaliers.
Okay, yeah.
By the way, really quick,
agree.
want to comment on the Joel story about a reporter commenting on his son and his dead brother. There's a line you don't cross. You don't cross when it comes to family, the professional, honestly. You don't cross that line. It was an altercation with Embiid, but you don't make it that personable. Just keep it basketball related. We do criticize Embiid, but we don't bring in anything past the hardwood. That's the only thing. But Cavs are the second best team. Kenny Atkinson. You see the offense flowing more. There's more pace and space. The Cavaliers are running. And then last year, a lot of starters missed games. Mitchell missed 27. Garland missed 25. Mobley missed 32. Allen missed the last 8 of the playoff games. Didn't really make a difference. They would probably lost regardless. But they're 7-0. Fourth best defense in the NBA. Second best offense in the NBA.
Ooh.
Yeah, Garland's out here putting up numbers for me in fantasy. He out here putting like 26, 28, 30. I'm like, man,
The Cavs team looks rejuvenated.
yeah, this
They
Cavs
look
team,
really,
Kenny
really
Atkinson, again, he's got that experience with the Warriors.
He loves playing with speed. If you saw what the Brooklyn Nets, when they had that one playoff run, they played with speed. They got out to run.
And they have players who can get out and run. And you've got Donovan Mitchell, you've got Darius Garland, and you've got Jared Allen, and you've got Evan Mobley.
You can make a case that is probably one of the most solid starting lineups in the league.
What I'm seeing is
Yeah.
Kenny Atkinson is putting all the players in areas to score. He's not putting them in odd places. Like with JB Bickerstaff, they were just pick and roll, the same offense. In here, they're passing the ball. Whoever gets it, shoots it, and they're all in a threat to score.
Also, too, man, speaking of JB Bickerstaff, I got to give him a little love, man. He out here in Detroit holding it up. He got Detroit their second win. Better than the Bucks. So you can officially say the Pistons are better than the Bucks.
That is a cold day in hell.
That's
I'm gonna say it. Cleveland Cavaliers are the second best team in the East.
I wouldn't disagree with you. I think they are looking like one of the second
Okay.
best teams.
We got Embiid, Paul George injured. We got an inconsistent Milwaukee team. We got New York Knicks still trying to implement Cat with Mikal Bridges' broken shot. Who else? And then Magic. They lost Paolo for the next 4 to 6 weeks.
And you, like I said, the defending champs and Cleveland. That's going to be a good matchup right there. Cavs play with speed. Celtics play with pace.
They do have they have a solid bench. They have like good 3-point shooters, but
Solid,
not really
yeah.
much defense, which could come back to haunt them in the playoffs, like Georges Niang.
Niang, yeah.
That's the only thing, but they're a really solid team. I wouldn't be surprised if they make some noise.
They definitely going to make some noise. They
They look a lot better. I feel the coach understands them more with the Lakers. JJ Redick and his system.
Hey, it's a season of new beginnings. That's what we'll have to say about that.
Speaking of JJ Redick and the Lakers, one thing I will have to say is, this may be going on a limb, but I think Austin Reeves will be considered for most improved player, and he may even make an all-star team.
You're not lying about that.
I don't know about the All-Star thing.
Oh, dude, like
The way Austin Reeves is playing right now,
let's be Bobby, sorry.
go ahead, Isaac.
Let's be honest. We all wrote off the Lakers before we even gave JJ Redick a chance. Now Austin Reeves is averaging like 5 assists?
He's averaging 17 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists on 37 from deep, 80% from the free throw line, and 1 steal per game.
And he's got La La Land behind him. He's pretty
I'm
much
telling-
going to be
I'm telling
at
you-
least an all-star reserve.
Yeah, at least an
At
all-star
least.
reserve. But the bottom line is what Austin Reeves is doing for the Lakers offense right now. He's their primary ball handler. D'Lo has virtually become obsolete on that Lakers offense. Just be real.
Wow,
Off the
that's
ball.
old news.
I'm just saying, and I'm not discrediting Austin Reeves, but All-Star Reserve?
Yeah, all-star reserve. I think Austin Reeves handles the ball really well in the Lakers offense.
Are you
He
picking him
creates
over
his own
J-Dub?
shot.
Are you picking him over J-Dub in the All-Star?
I'm gonna take J-Dub, but
I'm just saying.
all I'm saying is that Austin Reeves needs some form of consideration for the All-Star team.
I would say some form of consideration of most improved, not All-Star game. I'm not discrediting him. I'm just saying, like, he looks good. He looks good, but is he All-Star worthy?
I'm asking.
It's only six. It's only 6 games.
Are you taking Jamal Murray or Austin right now?
Oh, I'm taking not Jamal Murray. No, I was gonna say Austin Reeves. Jamal Murray don't look good. You know, I acknowledge it.
Jamal Murray or John Morant? We're coming back to this question. Jamal Murray or John Morant?
If you can give me playoff Jamal Murray,
Stop
it
it.
right now.
Stop it. I'm
Right now.
taking Ja.
Ja.
No, as of right now, I'm taking Ja. But if you give me playoff Jamal Murray,
We're not
Jamal
talking
Murray
about
all day.
playoff Ja.
We're just
We're not
talking
talking about playoff
Give me
Ja.
playoff Jamal Murray. But Ja Morant look good.
Anyways, Austin Reeves needs some form of consideration to be in the conversation for most improved and an all-star consideration nod.
But also, too, like I was going to say this is going on a deep end right here. But remember how I was talking about my man Payne Pritchard out there in Boston? No, hear me out. Hear me out. This man right here, he's averaging 15 points per game this year. He's shooting 44% from 3, 91% from the foul line. Last year, he's only averaging 9 points on 39% shooting and 39% from 3 and 47% from the field. He's got to be up there for 6-man consideration. Just saying. Now, it's only 6 games, but he's got to be up there in talks. You know? He's now got consistent runs as a spark plug off the bench. I'll just leave it at that.
I would hold the consistent part off.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know about that. But anyways,
Celtic fans, where y'all at?
we have reached the end of our episode today. Thank you all for listening. Please and subscribe on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Also, leave comments in the comments section. We do appreciate the engagement. Before we go, do any of you guys have a shout out?
And Apple Podcasts as well.
Shout to Uno, man. Shout to Uno Booker out here coming in here for his second episode now with the name. And this is going to be Isaac's new bud, right? Uno Booker.
You just couldn't leave it at Uno, could you?
Uno Booker. Because Isaac's such a big old Suns fan, we just had to give Booker. Shout out to Big Ray for the name. And shout out to Flat for Uno. Isaac, Uno Booker. Phoenix
Nah,
Suns.
His name is Splash Maverick, man.
And on that note, guys, we're out.
Have a good one.
Thoughts and opinions on topics and storylines surrounding the NBA. Today's episode, we will discuss the Celtics week, the Mavericks week, and the Lakers week.
First things first, hold on. Before you, I saw pull out a piece. I'm kind of curious. Russell, Isaac with the fade. Come on. You give him a little recognition here. Isaac with the fade. Yes, sir. And also, before we proceed, I want to give a shout to Flat. We've come up with the name, right? Unanimously. This is now Uno. Thank you, Flat. Thank you. So, welcome Uno to our team.
Runner up to Big Ray with his lame ass name.
Booker.
Time out.
Is your mic on? Is my mic on? Oh, shh.